Hi, and welcome to the Expansive Journey. My name is Julie, and today I want to talk about what it means to wake up from the illusion. And if you're going through a spiritual awakening, then this video is for you. So, I want to start this video off with a story that is inspired by a story I heard by Alan Watts. And the story goes like this. Imagine yourself going to sleep every night. And every night you get to dream whatever you want to dream. And first you only want to dream good things, nice things, things that is amazing, that's easy, and that feels good. And after some time, you might want to dream about challenges. You want to be challenged. Maybe you want to fight dragons and meet some difficulties on your path in the dream. And at some point, you are forgetting that you're dreaming. And you know that you will wake up anyway. You will always wake up. That's the only thing that is for sure. But while you are dreaming, you forget that you are dreaming. And here we are. So waking up from the illusion can be like gradually becoming sober at a party where everyone else are drunk, and you realize that you also used to be drunk, but now that you are sober, you experience the party in a very different way. And it's very similar to waking up from a dream. It's just that you are not exiting the dream and suddenly you're in your bed. You are still in the dream while you are waking from it. And I don't know how you are experiencing your awakening, but I'm going to share how it was for me shortly. I experienced that at a point I guess I've always been on sort of like a personal development journey, consciously and unconsciously. I've done inner child work since I was a child, actually. The first time I did something called the journey when I was 8 or 9. And I've been doing that process again and again, and also past life regressions and stuff. So my mom is pretty open to healing and personal development, and also like new age stuff. So she introduced me to that, and I was also very alongside with being able to heal myself and seeing the effects of that since I was a child. I sort of grew up with this idea that I can do anything, I can become anything, and I can have anything. And I was always able to create what I wanted to create. So the law of attraction was working for me. Most of the time I had to work really hard, like I hustled a lot and I was pushing myself. So you can see this very like worldly 3D manifestation, very masculine manifestation. But what I realized on that path was that I'm always chasing for the future. I'm always chasing for a goal. I'm always chasing for an identity, to become something or someone in the future. And I realized that I'm sacrificing the now. And I also come to realize the more I was accomplishing things, I realized more and more that the answer was not outside of myself, because it was never enough. The chasing just led to more chasing. And it was this restlessness or this emptiness that I could never cover up. I could never fulfill it. It was never, no matter how much I was accomplishing, achieving, no matter how good life was on the outside, it was always something missing on the inside. And when I started to discover this, I tried to deny it and distract myself until that sort of question, what is reality, what am I, started to grow more and more until I couldn't deny it anymore. And when we are unconscious, to put it that way, we are living through our ego personality. We believe we are something that we have created in our mind. I watched a video of myself, and I want to share that, the other day when I was 5. I was 5 years old and my mom was filming me, and she asked me to tell about myself on the video, right? So my future self could look at it. And I watched the video and I introduced myself as my name, my age, who my parents were, where I was living, how my house was looking like, and the number, like the address of the house, kindergarten, what else? I introduced myself as Norwegian, the country that I'm from. So it was all these sort of labels that I identified with, that I took for being me, and I could see that the ego was shaping. This false self was gradually taking form. It wasn't like heavy and very dense like it is when you are grown up and you think you are, like you really think you are your career, right? Because as a child, I realized that all the things I thought I was things people had told me, right? So it was more, it was still not that dense, but I could still see that I believed the labels that people had given me, right? And waking up is like turning on the light in a dark room and seeing all your, suddenly you're seeing everything in the room that was sort of like running your life or making you who you are, which is your false self. So everything in the room is just identities or forms, thought forms that you think you are. And awakening is about liberation from the false self and realization of the true self, which never leaves you. Your true self is always with you. It's here right now as you're watching this. It's what is prior to thought, what is prior to identity, and that state or that part of you, the real you, is infinite. It is permanent, peaceful, bliss. It's the purest love nothing in the external world can ever measure up to your true self. So awakening is the biggest gift, even though it can feel like a very heavy burden and a very, very challenging path for the ego. And Yeah. But it is a blessing. It's the biggest turning point of the soul when we can return home to who we are. And we're not going anywhere. It's something that emerges from within that we can either resist or we can meet. If this resonates with you, then you are ready to meet your true self, or realize your true self. And that is what cannot be spoken about, because that will create an idea in your mind. So you will try to reach instead of realizing that it's already here. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this video, already 10 minutes. And let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you, if you're going through this this awakening. This is not self-improvement, because in self-improvement you are still working on the illusion. You're still trying to improve yourself instead of realizing that you are not what you have created yourself to be in the mind. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if this resonates. Like this video, and until next time, much love and namaste.